You hear all the birds chirping. Such a beautiful morning. Hi YouTube, my name is Candyss. This is my dog Cleo, and this is our van. I am 30 years old. I'm from Houston, Texas. At this time, I am a criminal justice instructor for middle school students. I have a background of policing. I've been a police officer for the past 7 years, and before that I served in the U.S. Army in the military for 10 years. This journey of finding myself, finding what truly means something to me, finding my freedom and defining what that looks like, has been a long journey. Van life is giving me the opportunity to redefine what freedom looks like for me and to redefine what living on my own terms looks like for me outside of the norms that society has already placed on myself. Christmas of 2019, my mother actually gifted me this van. All paid for, no car note, and the premise was she just wanted me to be able to live my life. And she said, girl, you go live your life and you do whatever it is that makes you happy. And she knows that traveling is my passion because I find myself, more and more of myself, different parts, different aspects of myself, the more that I travel. So the van, especially during the pandemic, was the easiest way to get me to different parts of myself. So we're gonna get into our tour. I hope I didn't bore y'all, talking y'all to death. This is my first YouTube video, so I'm kind of nervous. So just bear with me. All right, this is our home on wheels, a Ram Promaster. Let's start with the front seat, shall we? Now, I tried to clean up as much as I could, but please understand I have a German Shepherd named Cleo, and it is hot, so she is shedding, and I'm tired of cleaning it up, so there's that. Okay, this is the front. I have my shades here. I have 2 pairs of Ray-Bans because I lose them every chance I get. I have a patch that I haven't put up yet. I have detergent and Cleo's leash and a first aid kit. I'm in the middle of the road, so I'm still looking to make sure nobody's coming. So here's the front part of my van. It's nothing too special. Oh, but up here, everything is special. These are all of my patches. You can see that. This patch right here that says Hammock Gang, that's my favorite patch. My friend owns a company that she named Hammock Gang, and the purpose of her company is to diversify the outdoors, and she encourages people to go into nature and hang hammocks and to hike and go camping. And if you'd like to follow her, I'm gonna put her link in the description, _Hammock Gang _ on Instagram. These are all of the patches that I collect from all of the different national parks. These are all the pins that I collect from all the national parks. And I'm very proud of them. Very, very proud of those things. So also, oh dang, I just sat on my hair. So yeah, that's the front part of my van. Absolutely nothing special. However, that is where the, oh, something I almost forgot to show you guys. my Explore, can you see that? My Explore journal. My friend Ayana got me an Explore journal so I can map out my journeys, where I'm going. I can map out the times, what I plan to do, how my experience was. And while I'm traveling, I map everything out perfectly. So I use it all the time. I'm very big on knowing, you know, where I'm gonna stop, what campsites, all of that stuff ahead of time, because it's stressful to get to a city or a town or a state and have no idea where you're gonna stay. That's the worst feeling ever. All right, so since it's getting hot and the sun is starting to shine, I think I'm just gonna take you guys inside. This bucket right here is a 6-gallon water container, and that is where I keep my water storage. So I have the 6-gallon here, and then under here is where I keep another 6-gallon water jug. So I always have water. And then in the back, I always have at least 12 more gallons of water. So no matter where I am, I'm sorry, y'all, my hand is shaky. No matter where I am, I always have at least 12 gallons, but typically I have 24. So yeah, this is my water gallon. This is my fire extinguisher that my aunt and my cousin got for me. And then these are all of my cleaning supplies, wipes. I also have something to mop the floor. I have plastic bags. I don't know about y'all, but when I go to Walmart, I leave with at least 50 extra bags. So those bags come in handy, and I save my bags. I also do not litter trash bags to make sure that they don't get into the ocean, because I care about our earth and our environment. Just wanted to plug that. So my water system, I chose not to use a electric pump because I realized for me it used a lot of unnecessary water and became kind of wasteful, and I just decided that a actual pump would be better for me. So this is my marine pump. It's actually used for boats. And what I do is I just put my foot on the pump, I pump it, water goes once here through the line here, and just pump it, and then water. People will say, you know, oh, that's not a lot of water, it's not enough water. Well, it's not a huge stream or a huge flow of water, but you can get however much water you need, because remember, you have 12 gallons at the bottom. But the good thing about it is you get to decipher exactly how much water you need. You really get to gauge if you're using too much or using too little, and you can just adjust accordingly. So I love that because it just makes it easier for me to maintain my level of water. The next part is my sink. I have my books here. I actually want to showcase my books because I'm really proud of them. I had to take some of them out because they were flying all over the place. Velcro is great, but I haven't figured out how to make it work for my books yet. So this book is The Body Keeps Score, Brain, Mind, and Body in the Healing of Trauma. I'm very big on healing trauma, healing past life trauma, healing childhood trauma, trauma from past relationships. This is my great friend's book. It's called The Logical Journal by Ebony Monroe. Change your thoughts and transform your life. This is a very powerful book because it's a journal, but they have questions inside the journal that really lead you to self-reflection and figuring out why you feel the way that you feel, what's caused it, what's triggered it, and getting to the source and really figuring out a healthy way to make change in your life. The next one is Tavistock Institute. The next one I have is Psychology, Adventures in the Perception and Personality. Really, why is your personality the way that it is? Like, how was your personality formed? That's a great question, you know. Most of us have no idea. And the next one is The Science of Self, Man, God, and Mathematical Language of Nature. I'm not even going to go into detail on that one. Okay, so the next part of my van is the top part of my cab. As you can see, this is where I keep my reflectix. My reflectix is how I cover my windows at night. Now, I was supposed to Cleo, get up, get in here. Come on. Come on. Here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm recording you, letting Cleo explore and play at the same time. So I'm just trying to monitor her because they're deer and rabbits and she likes to get into stuff. So I was supposed to cover my reflectix with black fabric, but I just got lazy and never did it. But the way that I keep them up is I put Velcro at the ends, and then I have Velcro at the ends of my windows, and I just stick them up at night to make sure that I have privacy. And I have them for all of my windows. I cut them out and I created them myself. Well, me and my best friend Tim, we created them. The other part that I have is a blackout curtain. I hang that up here at nighttime. And I also have my stove, if I can grab it. Y'all look at Cleo. Hi, Cleo. Okay, guys, this is my stove. It's really nothing special at all. One thing about me is I am not the best cook. Well, I can't cook. I'm just gonna be honest. I cannot cook. So when it came down to me having my build out, it was not important for me to have a stove installed because I can't cook. So typically when I'm on the road, I try to eat as plant-based as possible. The reason why is it helps me just stay in tune and in alignment with my spirit. And also it helps my skin, especially since I'm in stressful environments. I'm constantly moving, you know, sweating and, you know, things like that to help with breakouts and stuff like that. So, oh, also another reason why I use my cooking station is to make my tea every morning and every night. So up here, I have the propane that I use for my charging station. And I mean, it takes me about 5 minutes to boil water and get my herbs going for my skincare. And that's it. So up here is more storage. I was very adamant about making sure that I had as much storage that I need, even though I didn't plan on bringing a lot of different things, which I ended up bringing my whole damn house, to be honest. The first drawer is where I put all of my cooking utensils. Even though I don't cook, if I did with one cooking utensils, even though I don't cook, if I did with one day I chose to, this is where it would be. So I have my napkins, I have my my microwavable food. I can put that in the skillet too. I mean, that's kind of cooking. I have some rice. Tasty Bite is my favorite. Is my favorite, okay? I get the Madras, how do you say that? Madras lentils. Y'all, my van is gonna be so junky after I finish recording this because I'm just putting stuff everywhere. I have cups, plates, plastic bags. I have hot chocolate. oatmeal, spices and things in the back. So I mean, that's a good amount of space to, you know, store a lot of stuff. In these next, I don't have anything in these solely because I am in the process of getting my van cleaned out. So just because, you know, every place I go, like when I went to the salt flats, it's salt still on my car, on my van, and sand from the national parks and Cleo's hair. So I try to do a really good job at making sure that my van is clean. And I wanted to record the video after I had it detailed, but you know, it just didn't work out that way. So I took a lot of things out of the van because I wanted them to be able to deep clean it when they detail it. So all I have in here is what I use to take my showers and my grapeseed oil for my skin or for my body. So yeah, and this is typically where I put all of my beauty products. My face steamer whenever I do facials on the road, my herbs, my vitamins and things like that. And then in the last one is typically where I put miscellaneous things. Like, I don't wear makeup, but if I were to decide to put on nail polish or makeup and, you know, just really girly things, that's where I'll put the put the rest of it. The next part of my van that I'm very, look at the sun. Look at the sun. The next part of my van that I'm very proud of, more storage, is underneath my bed. Here I have 2 bins of storage. So I just, hold up. Okay. All right, so I just reach down in there, and this is where I keep a lot of my stuff. I have my Canon camera in here. This is my drone. So I'm able to just put a lot of different things in there for my storage. The next one, I don't have anything in there because I said, you know, I'm still taking things out to have it cleaned, but that's where I keep all of my workout gear, and the one directly next to it. And I'm able to put all of my workout gear, at least 10 pairs of pants, all of my sports bras, things like that. This comes into handy. I just love the fact that I have extra storage everywhere that I go. Okay, so more storage. And that's another thing too. Just because this is the shorter wheelbase does not mean that you have to sacrifice your storage. This is the shortest wheelbase, and I made sure that even though I didn't build my van, I was very hands-on with my build. I was very hands-on in making sure that I knew the dimensions and I knew what would be able to fit in those dimensions. And I actually drew everything out myself. I mean, it's not the most difficult, but I drew it all out myself. These are all of my books, and this is where I keep my sage and my Palo Santos. And this is my seating area that I'm very proud of, because not only is it a seating area, it is also more storage. So I just pull this out here. So as you can see, I just have towels. I have more reflectives here just in case something breaks. Toilet paper, towels. I also keep all of my sheets in here as well, because I have at least 4 to 5 different sheets for my bed and pillowcases, so I can change them out at all times. I don't want to be stuck with the same ones every week. So yeah, that's just another way of how I did not have to sacrifice storage space by having the shortest wheelbase. Bars. So the next biggest question that I get is, how do I use the restroom? And I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna show you just how easy it is to use the restroom, handle your business, and put it back. Okay, so again, this is my space. I just pull this off, and then this is my potty, and I take yeah, I'm in the bathroom right now. Y'all don't even know it. See? And so what I do is, I don't feel like I should have to go through detail. I feel like you guys have a very clear idea on how someone uses the restroom. I'm just gonna give you the little detail and just say that you use multiple plastic bags. So remember when I told y'all all them Walmart bags, how they come in handy? Now you can choose to buy trash bags. I choose to just utilize 3 Walmart bags at a time. And so this is why the portable toilet comes in handy for me more than the composting toilets. The reason why the composting toilet for me does not work is because I know that you have to take it out, find a place to take it out, find a place that you can dump it, a dumping station, and then you also have to, clean it yourself, and you have to, go through the process of just dumping, as opposed to I can use the restroom, tie it up, and put it in a dumpster that's nearby. I always have to stop for gas. I prefer not to use public gas stations. I like to have my own privacy, and I know that I sanitize things the way that I would sanitize things at home, and I'm not really counting on another person to do that for me and hoping that they did it well enough. So that just works for me. I prefer to have my own personal space when, I use the restroom. And this is very detailed and graphic, but this is one of the questions that you guys asked. It just does not work for me to have to clean a composting toilet. Now, I have used composting toilets, to the people who have them, to their defense. I have used composting toilets last year when I was visiting the Amazon in Peru. At an ayahuasca retreat, we actually had to use composting toilets, and there were absolutely no smell. No smell at all. You can't smell anything. However, I didn't have to clean my composting toilet. That was done for us. So I can just imagine having it in a smaller space and then having to take the time, find a dumping station, clean it, put more of, the compost in, and, just go through that whole process. So again, I'm a solo traveler. It's just me by myself. My time, I don't want to spend time doing that. It just doesn't work for me. It works for many people, and it doesn't sound like a bad idea, but one of the main things that I want people to understand is when you are building your van, this is your creation. You get to do whatever it is you choose to do. You get to make it how you want to make it, and it does not have to be up to the standards of other influencers, van life influencers, social media influencers. This can be what your dream is, and always go by what works for you. And I almost got caught up on that when I was creating my van myself. I'm like, oh, well, no one does it like this. But that works for me, though. It's easier for me. And guess how much a composting toilet can cost? It can cost hundreds of dollars. This little thing right here cost me $25 at Academy. And it's worked very well. It hasn't broken. I haven't had any spills. My trash bags stay put the way that I put them. And the second that I finish using the restroom, it is gone. So that just works for me. And it's cost efficient. Also, I forgot to mention how much my other things cost, like my water system. My water pump, my marine pump, was $20, $25, $35 on Amazon. the tubes and things like that cost me no more than $15, as opposed to, you know, really getting in tune with the electric process of having the things that you need, which can get very costly. So at this point, I'm still not even at $100 for my toilet and for my water system. Woo, it's hot. Woo, okay. All right, so this is our bed. I'm really proud of my bed because I was very adamant about having a higher bed so I could fit as much storage as I needed underneath. And there are a lot of cool things about my bed, and you guys will be able to see it once we get to the back. But at nighttime, I just take all of these pillows and excuse me, and I just put them down here. Typically, Cleo does not sleep in the bed with me. She is such a protective dog that at nighttime she typically stays awake and she's looking out of the window. Even though I have the reflectix up, I still leave a portion open so she can still see, because the truth of the matter is, when you have a dog on the road, they will hear things before you hear them, and they will see things before you see them. So this is my eyes and my ears and my best friend. So I just want to make sure that we are never blindsided, and she takes it upon herself to stay in the front seat at nighttime and just watch. So one of the main concerns when building my bed so high was to make sure that I never bumped my head. And really, I just had to stay conscious and aware that, hey, be mindful whenever you off. I just had to be mindful that whenever I'm laying down, not to just stand right up. You know, I'm not at home anymore, so I can just lay down like this, and you know, I'm fine if I'm laying down like this. And when I wake up in the morning, I just make sure that I don't hit my head. My national park hats. I have a whole station for my national park hats, and I have a whole station for my my hiking bag. It is a Osprey, which I'm very passionate about. My Osprey bag. That's my first. Let me show you this. This is my first ever hiking backpack, my day pack. I get all of my national park hats in different colors, you know, just in case some days I'm feeling a little different and I want to switch it up in my national park gear. Also, when I go to national parks, I get patches, pins, hats, and if they have jackets or sweaters, I always get a shirt. But jackets or sweaters, oh man, I don't care if it's 90 degrees outside. If I have a beanie, a jacket, a sweater, and I'm gonna wear it all. I don't care if it's hot, I'm gonna wear it all because I'm excited about my national park gear. This is my ukulele that I have never even tried to play. And it's so funny because it actually says try. I don't know. I love to sing. I am a singer. I've been singing my whole life. And I would love to know how to play an instrument. But it's the practice for me. And then this is my mirror. The only thing about my mirror is that sometimes my feet hit it at night, which is kind of annoying. But one thing about my bed too, I have a full size bed. I don't have a twin size bed. I have a full. And there are no springs in this bed. I spent a lot of money on this bed. And it's a very, very good bed. I wanted to make sure that even though I'm traveling, I'm still able to get a good night's worth of rest. Hi, butterfly. Can y'all see him? This fan always comes in handy. Oh, I love this fan. Cleo. And here is my trunk. Here's the back of my van. Okay guys, this is the back of my van. I hope you guys can hear me over my fan and over my dog doing all that huffing and puffing. But yeah, this is the back of my van. And I keep everything that I need back here. One of the parts I wanted to show you guys is the storage for my bed. The biggest part of my bed is that if at any point I wanted to take all of this out and take my bike for a bike ride, it fits perfectly under here. The dimensions were created specifically so I could make sure I can take all of my belongings, but also my bike would fit as well as far as length and height. Now, one of my favorite parts though is this is where I store all of my clothes. And if you can see how far it goes back. The coolest part about where I keep my clothes is look at how far back that goes. So I can put so many things in here. Then here at the bottom, I have my silent generator, which I'm going to explain to you guys in a bit. I have my hiking boots. This is a box all for my electronics. So everything that I use to charge my electronics also. So this is a portable fan. It's my portable fan. So I store that back here as well, and I just charge the battery. I have my ladder. I have my lawn chair. I have a oven back here, and I have a portable heater back here as well. And yeah, so my ladder, the thing with that was when I really could not find that many ladders. When I did find ladders, they were like $600, and you know, I didn't know if they would fit with the dimensions and things like that. So the ladder that I found was $75 on Amazon, and it's a retractable ladder, so I can just pull it up and pull it right back down, and that works for me. Like I said, on average, I have at least 12 gallons of water stored back here. So there's 1 gallon trapped under my ladder, but I have at least 12 gallons stored back here. Let me show you what it looks like without. So this is where I just keep all of my stuff. And then in the back under there, it's just still so much space. When I first left out in my van 2 months ago, my best friend helped me pack everything. I had 8 watermelons, 35 mangoes, apples, everything. I juice on the road avidly all the time using my electric station. So I juice on the road all the time, and I had enough space to put all of this, including like 8 watermelons and mangoes and things like that. So that's really cool to me. My hiking boots, I don't go nowhere without my hiking shoes. Those are my first pair of hiking shoes I ever bought ever in my life. All right guys, this is my shower. It is a summer shower. Basically it's a solar shower. So can you see that? So basically this holds up to 5 gallons of water. And if you don't like taking cold showers, you can sit the water out under the sun, and these numbers here tell you what the temperature has risen to. So for myself, I actually enjoy very cold showers. Afterwards I feel like I'm floating on a cloud. So I take cold showers intentionally, whether I'm in my van or whether I'm at home. But I'm gonna show you guys how your girl takes showers in the middle of nowhere by myself. So I go around to the top of the mountain, and then I hook it up here, plug my shower up here, and then I jump down here and I get all of my soap and my towels and stuff. And can y'all see that? Hold up. What's up? Like that. Okay, that's how I shower. The only downside to me having my shower outside is that I have to be in a space where I have a decent amount of privacy. So I close my doors like so, like this, right? And then I do what I have to do. I typically just keep on a swimsuit and I shower, and I just back in to a space. So I back into a space where there's no one behind me, no one on side of me to where they can see. And typically in camp spots, for the most part, you always have some space where you can have your own privacy. So when there is a moment that I cannot utilize my personal shower, I am not too good to take wash-offs. I stand on the inside of my van. That is the purpose for me having running water. I stand on my van and I utilize soap and water every single day. The next biggest part of my van is my Nexus Ego power station. This thing has come in handy so many times. So this is equivalent to a generator, but it is a silent generator. And it doesn't run on gas or anything like that. It is purely electric. So it holds 88 hours worth of energy, and that lasts me. I've been on the road for about 2 months. I've only had to recharge this thing twice. So one of the coolest parts of my van is my lighting. And so I decided, instead of spending so much money on electricity and lighting, that I would just go to Home Depot or Lowe's and get LED lights. So these are LED lights. I don't even think you can see them when they cut on, but yeah. So, and then I can change the temperature on them. I can change them down to 10% or higher, and I can cut them off with my remote control. I don't worry about draining a battery. I don't have to worry about any bigger issues if they run out for whatever reason, which there's a lifetime warranty on them. But if they run out, I can just always go get more. So yeah, I mean, that is a huge hack for me on saving money when it comes to electricity. I mean, that's pretty much it. One other part that I forgot to mention that I'm really proud of are my tires. These are all-terrain off-roading tires. And when I went to buy them, everyone was like, "You can't put those on a van. You can't put that on a van. Why did you put that on a van? You're gonna mess up your van." It ain't messed up. It ain't messed up, okay? I love my off-roading tires. Yeah, guys, I think I've gone over everything. I will do a Q&A on, you know, my job, how I work. Many people have so many questions. The best way to contact me is through my Instagram. I have it in my description. I also will have it in my bio on my YouTube. If you guys have any questions, if you have specific content you would like for me to continue to go over, please like, subscribe, comment, let me know. I'm really excited about this journey, and I'm even more excited about being able to share it with you and show you the things that I've learned to make it a little bit more easier for you to access this journey as well, because it's so doable. Please don't get overwhelmed and think that you can't do it. You can do anything you put your mind to, period. So, all right, guys, I'm Candice, and I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for this opportunity. Thank you for watching. I know this has been a long video. Thank you for watching me sweat. Thank you for watching me struggle under this 100-degree weather in Houston. And yeah, thank you for allowing me to share my story, and I will see you guys soon.